Hello everyone, welcome to course study on solid mechanics. In today's lecture, again we are going to discuss the numerical based on the stress strain concept and the concept of Poisson's ratio. We have the numerical statement: a 50 mm square steel bar is subjected to an axial tensile load of 250 kN. Determine the decrease in the lateral dimension if E is equal to 200 GPa and mu is equal to 0.3. Now, as given in the numerical, we have a square steel bar of side 50 mm. If I consider the cross section of the bar, then it is a square cross section which has a dimension of 50 mm. That bar is subjected to an axial tensile load of 250 kN. Now, if I consider this is the cross section of the bar, and if I consider the front view of the bar, then that particular bar is subjected to an axial tensile force of 250 kN. Now, under the action of that tensile force, the bar will get elongated in this manner. Therefore, there will be the increment into its length, but at the same time there will be the decrement into its lateral dimension due to the application of tensile load. And that decrement into the lateral dimension we have to find out from the given numerical data. The value of E which is given in the numerical is 200 GPa and the value of mu is 0.3. We have the concept of Hooke's law, and which is given by sigma is equal to E into epsilon L. If I put the value of sigma which is equal to P by A, that we have already discussed in the previous lectures also, then we have the relation P by A is equal to E into epsilon L. Then if I calculate or if I solve this equation for the value of epsilon L, I have epsilon L is equal to 500 into 10 raised to minus 6 mm. By using Poisson's ratio, we have mu is equal to the ratio of lateral strain to the linear strain. This epsilon LT means it's a lateral strain and epsilon L is the linear strain. Therefore, if I put the value of mu which is given in the numerical, and if I put the value of epsilon which we have calculated by using Hooke's law, we have this equation. After solving for epsilon LT, we have the equation, we have the value of epsilon LT means lateral strain equal to 150 into 10 raised to minus 6 mm. But all of you know that lateral strain is nothing but it's a change in its lateral dimension. That lateral dimension, it may be its width or it may be its thickness or it may be its diameter, etc., etc. Therefore, we have epsilon lateral is equal to change in width upon original width, which is equal to epsilon change in depth upon original depth. But as it is a square bar, its width and its thickness both are same. Therefore, change in width and change in depth both are same. Therefore, we have the change in its width and change in depth is equal to 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 mm. This is the value of change in its width and change in its depth by using the given numerical data. Now, we will discuss the next numerical, and the problem statement is a steel bar 90 mm by 90 mm in a section which is 3 meter long is subjected to a pull of 400 kN. Taking E is equal to 200 GPa and mu is equal to 0.3, calculate alterations in length, side and volume of the bar. Alternation in length, side and volume of the bar is nothing but we have to find out the value of change in its length, change in its side. Side means it may be a width, it may be a height of that particular bar, and change in its volume we have to calculate. Now, from the given numerical data, we have a steel bar of 90 mm by 90 mm means it's a square cross section of the bar. The length of the bar is 3 meter long. If I consider the front view of the bar, then we can consider the length, which is 3 meter long, is subjected to a axial pull of 400 kilonewton, means it is a tensile force which is acting over the bar. The value of E is 200 GPa and mu is 0.3. Now how to calculate the change in its length, its side means its lateral dimension, and the change in volume. First of all, we will calculate the value of change in its length. We have Hooke's law, which is equal to sigma equal to E into epsilon L. Sigma is equal to E into epsilon L. Therefore, from this relation we have epsilon L is equal to sigma by E. If I put the value of sigma, which is P by A, I have the relation P by AE. And from the given numerical data, if I put the value of P, A and E, we have the value of epsilon L, that is the strain in linear dimension. And that strain in linear dimension is 246.91 into 10 raised to minus 6. It does not have any unit because a strain, it's a dimensionless quantity, so it does not have any unit. This is the value of strain along x direction. Now we have Poisson's ratio, which is equal to, it's a value of lateral strain to the linear strain. If I rearrange this equation, I have the value of lateral strain is equal to mu into linear strain. On putting the value of mu and linear strain, which we have already calculated, I have the value of lateral strain, which is equal to 74 into 10 raised to minus 6. But all of you know that lateral strain is nothing but it's a change in its width to the original width, or change in its depth to the original depth. But as per the numerical, we have to find out the value of delta B. This delta B upon B is nothing but it's a value of lateral strain, change in width upon original width. Therefore, I have delta B is equal to B into epsilon LT. The value of B is 90 mm and epsilon LT, which we have find out from the concept of Poisson's ratio, it is 74 into 10 raised to minus 6. Therefore, we have the value of delta B is equal to 6.66 into 10 raised to minus 3 mm. We also have the volumetric strain, which we have discussed in the previous slide also. Epsilon V is equal to epsilon L into 1 minus twice mu. Therefore, epsilon L, which we have calculated in the previous concept also, epsilon L is equal to 246.91 into 10 raised to minus 6. That value we are going to put into this equation into 1 minus twice mu, means 2 into 0.3. Therefore, I have the value of epsilon V is equal to 98.76 into 10 raised to minus 6. Once you know the value of epsilon V, we have epsilon V is equal to delta V upon V, and we have to find out the value of delta V. Therefore, delta V is become epsilon V into V. On putting all those values which we have calculated already, I have the value of epsilon V, which is equal to 2400 mm cube. So in this manner, by using the concept of the Hooke's law for the one dimension and the concept of Poisson's ratio, we have found out the value of alternation in length, that is epsilon L. Alternation inside means delta B, and alternation in the volume of the bar, it is epsilon V. We will stop here. In the next lecture, we will again discuss the different numerical based on it. Thank you.